Okay, we are live. Hi, Mira.
Hi, Sandra. Ça va?
All good. A pleasure to have you again with us على سيرة.
Pleasure to be here.
ميرا، في كتير طلب على السيشن تونايت. هلا رح تعرفي أكثر عن حالك، بس كونك dietitian we're getting close to summer. حبينا هيك نعمل معك سيشن على كيف بنحضر حالنا للصيفية، أو ما لازم نحضر حالنا للصيفية. يعني اليوم هيك it's going to
هلا عم شوف
an intense debate. وقتها we put the announcement out there على السمر بودي، في ناس بعثت لنا انه we should have done the talk in March لانه ما بقى يلحقوا to get the summer body. فميرا there's a lot of stigma، كثير شيم وجلت منعيشه كل ما تقرب الصيفية أو كل ما يكون عنا ايفنتس وين ايفنتس مهمة بحياتنا، وين نحن بدنا نبين قدام العالم، أو بدنا هيك نرجع بنركز على شكلنا وعلى هيك how we will look مرتاحين مش مرتاحين. So اليوم يعني we're very eager to listen to you. بيهمنا كتير your يعني هيك بالإجمال كيف نطلع بجسمنا، هالنظرة اللي عنا إياها لجسمنا، شو الإمباكت تبعها، قد إيه بتأثر اليوم من البيشنتس اللي بتشوفيهم، كمان قد إيه عن جد ستراجل كل ما نقرب على السمر والبيتش هيدا، إنه هل عن جد ناس بتعيش ستراجلز، شو في اشياء خطره بنعملها وشو في اشياء لازم نعملها كمان نكون مرتاحين بحالنا، وقد ما فينا نكسر هالتابو تنكون مرتاحين all around the year، يعني مش بس
exactly. هذا أهم شيء.
عارفين عن حالك، وبنرجع بنخبر شوي الاودينس كيف رح تصير الليله للي جداد على سيره، بس تيفهموا معنا شوي الكونسبت. Let's start by انت introducing yourself، وبنرجع we explain شو رح يصير.
So I'm a dietitian. I'm specialized in preventive cardiology from Imperial. ورجعت على لبنان بعد لندن و I opened اشتغلت شوي بمستشفى روم وهيك، بس بعدين I opened the health quarters. So it's a polyclinic. We're 15 health professionals working together. So أنا جينيكولوج دكتور أجال أبو غنام أكيد سمعين عنه. عنا كتير بسيكولوج. So we work a lot on mental health, dermatolog, pediatrician هيك. So we try to work as much as we can in teams. ومع الوقت وهيك مثل ما انت قلتي صار في كثير weight stigma وكثير problems with emotional eating وهيك. So I specialize, عملت specialization in eating disorder و emotional eating. So this is now mainly what I'm doing إذا بدنا نشوف إنه in the clinic، لأنه this is really what people are asking for. So هي
Before we kick off بس نفسر للأودينس اللي معنا إنه this is an interactive session as much as possible.
Yes, definitely.
So we يعني بنشجع we encourage people إنه يسألوا أسئلة to ask us your questions. أنتوا هلا anonymous، so نحن ولا بنقشعكم ولا بنسمعكم، أنتوا بس عم تقشعونا لايف أنا وميرا. And please interact with us, ask us your questions. So قدامكم على الأب there's a Q&A، وفيكم تسألوا سؤالكم anonymously تما يبين اسمكم، وهيك بتحافظوا على البرايفسي تبعكم. تقريبا رح نقضي معك ميرا شي 45 minutes 40 to 45 minutes بأكتر سلايدز و taking questions through chat. بعدين رح ننقل على virtual room. So super easy للجداد اللي معنا. بنخلق room a safe space وين بتنقلوا معنا، و also on the app بتنقلوا معنا، وبالسيف سبيس ما بنسجل so we don't record، وكمان ما بنسمعكم ولا بنقشعكم إلا إذا أنتوا بدكم. So you have the chance to raise your hand وتسألوا ميرا live your questions، تحكوا معها، وكمان فيكم ما تسألوا بس تتسمعوا على غيركم، وكمان فيكم تسألوا أسئلتكم anonymously إذا بترتاحوا. الفكرة هي إنه نقرب الناس لبعضها ونفرجي الناس إنه شو ما كانت مشاكلهم including body image أو مش مرتاحين بحالنا، نحن منا لحالنا وكتار، ورح نلتقي كتار in the room كمان، ونستفيد من خبرة بعض، ونقدر نحكي كمان مع ميرا بكيسز بأسئلة كمان يعني برات هلأ الراوند تيبل. So Mira, that's all من عندي. We're eager to start. Share your screen وخلينا نبلش بموضوعنا. أنا I'll be monitoring for questions وبوقفك إذا في شي سؤال.
ما بين سكرين.
لا بعد.
اوكي سوري بس عملت ابديت على
Anyways.
اوبن ايه سوري انت
ايه no problem. انا رح اسال بهالوقت رح I will put out a poll هيك لنشوف اليوم الاودينس تبعنا رايحين بجسمهم.
Sandra, how do I grant access? ما بعرف ليه. مش بس que
قدرتي؟
non يعني
اطلعي ورجعي فوتي على زوم وساعتها يمكن
non non attends je pense que
نحن عملنا publish لبول. So in front of you على الاب بين قدامكم poll. It's anonymous. So answer هيك بنشوف كمان من الاودينس قد ايه انتم اليوم مرتاحين.
رح ارجع je sors ارجع.
Are you able to share? احنا سألنا بول ميرا لهلا 100% not comfortable with their body.
Okay.
إذا عندك مشكلة send it to me. أنا بعمل لها share وبذات الوقت خلص بلش share وهيك we can kick off the conversation.
Yeah, I will send it to you. No, I don't عن جد I'm sorry. It never happened before. مش الحق؟
We can still can't see your screen. Okay, yay. Okay. Worked.
Okay, I'm sorry. So why can't I reach my summer budget? So أول شيء, how can I have a bikini budget in 2 steps? Very easy. Have a budget, wear a bikini, and you have a bikini budget. Okay, هلا هيدي انك صغيره بس عن جد انه at the end of the day you all have a bikini budget, you all have a summer budget. انه كثير عندنا هالماركتينج thing انه I'm not beach ready I don't have a summer bikini budget. عن جد انه you all do. So it's about how you feel in your body. وهلا حفظ لكم شوي انه why you might not be losing weight as expected. So there are some reasons other than nutrition and sports that might lead to not being able to lose weight properly. So weight is a complex problem. عندنا nutrition and physical activity مثل ما اوكي كنا بنعرف. عندنا حنفوت in details اوكي. عندنا genetics and physiology. So كل واحد عنده جسم و sometimes you can't reach a certain body weight لأنه it's the way your body is. عندنا emotions and stress that can affect weight. We're going to see how. Body image, we're going to look into that. Self-belief, motivation. So motivation إنه بتعلى وبتوطى. So إنه يمكن هلا you're very motivated, summer is around the corner, كتير حنعمل effort. وإن جولاي أغسطس خلص ما أصلا خلصت الصيفية وما بقى الجلاد وبدي آكل وآخر همي. So it might go down again. Sleep affect a lot weight. We're going to look into that. Hormone imbalances. Any medical conditions that we might have that can allow us can prevent us from losing weight, or taking medications that can prevent us from losing weight. Relationships, مش بس إنه غرام، إنه كمان إنه family, friends. So any relationship that we might have that can affect our food intake وfood meaning. Please, if you have any question, please stop me now. Our point that I really wanted to talk about was the lack of consistency. So a lot of times, we see people trying to do diets وهيك بس they try to find quick fixes وهلا تيضعفوا هيك, and then we don't have consistency. So over time ما رح نقدر to arrive to our goal. So if you're not consistent with your workout, nutrition plan, whatever, you won't be able to reach your goal. So the idea is to create a plan that is sustainable. I understand that sometimes summer is around the corner and we want to reach this goal, but usually we find plans that are not sustainable, so we end up next year at the same place we are now. So if you're not...
هون في كتير منا ما عنا وقت أو مش منظمين كفاية تيصير هالشي consistent. يعني what are tips هيك فيك تعطينا إياها تيصير إنه physical activity and ما بعرف diet يمكن هون إنه how do you البلان اللي عم تحكي عنه is consistent of what وكيف في يصير partner روتين تبعنا.
أوكي خلينا نشوف هلا بعدين رح نحكي على how to put goals, smart goals. So I'm going to answer your questions a bit later. رح نفوت in details كيف نعمل هول ال goals to be able to for them to be sustainable and obviously consistent. I wanted to tell you why you're not being able to lose weight. So if you're not consistent, it will slow your progress. يعني إذا أنا بعمل 3 مرات بالجمعة, I eat very well, over well يعني, I don't cheat at all ومدري شو, then if I just eat a chocolate whatever خلص نزعت كل شيء برجع بكب كل شيء بزبالة. So رجعنا it will obviously slow your progress. You're going to be able to make excuses for yourself. انه طب خلص هلا مش حالنا زعت كل شيء رجعت مثل ما قبل خلص انه هلا وقفت على الشوكولا بكره كمان باكل شيبس ومدري شو. We're going to keep on trying to find excuses. You're going to find it very difficult to create habits. يعني انت هلا سالتيني انه how do we do a plan, how do we find ways for it to be consistent. The problem is when you're not consistent, it doesn't become a habit. So you always feel like it's too much effort to do this change, to go to the gym, to whatever is the habit you want to create. And it's going to create a lot of frustration and disappointment. So it's going to affect your self-esteem. This is how, and you will be less confident. You will feel like you're not being able to accomplish things. But when you are consistent, over time, you're going to see a difference. It might take a bit more time, but at the end, you will feel, I did something, I accomplished something. تاني شغلة يمكن تصير إنه sometimes people exercise a lot but it's not very varied. So you reach a point where إنه خلاص ما بقى عم شوف effort, جسمي ما بقى عم بيتغير. Maybe لأنه you're doing the same exercise or the same routine over and over again. So this is why I recommend you to switch your workouts, to try to find workouts that are fun and activities that are fun, to exercise outside. هلا تأثر حلو. So please go out, try to enjoy the sun, to soak it in. يعني كمان the environmental aspect is very important. Try to combine cardio, high intensity interval trainings, muscle strengthening activity with stretching. So trying to have it all. I know it seems too much, but as much as you can, try to have a varied exercise routine. We're trying to improve flexibility through stretching, yoga, posture exercises. Okay. I'm going to go into details more بعدين. But technically أكيد pure nutrition and low water intake will affect your weight. So this is why it's very important to follow a balanced and varied diet. Stress. Whenever we're stressed, our body is going to react the same way, even like if we have a presentation of if we're by a lion. Obviously, we're not being chased by lions, thank God. But our body is going to react the same way. We're going to have a system that is called fight or flight that will be activated. This system, what is it going to do? It's going to release blood glucose in our arms and legs, so we'll be able to run away from the danger. The problem is, now we're going to be sitting at our desk, stressing for whatever reason. We're going to have this extra glucose in our blood. We're going to have stress hormones going up. And over time, it's going to do changes in our body, and we're going to gain weight. So how are we going to gain weight? Through a hormone called the cortisol. Cortisol هي كمان الباز تبع الكورتيزون. يعني الدواء اللي بنص بس هي it's essential for survival. يعني بنموت بلاها. And one of its function is to store fat. So المشكلة when we stress, we're going to have raise in blood cortisol, so in blood sugar and blood pressure. It's going to boost our ability to run from danger. عن جد it's a good hormone بس إنه بتنصح. So زيادة الكورتيزول شو حتعمل؟ رح تزيد الهنجر, الارثرايتس, الفاتيج. It's going to decrease the immune system. We're going to be more angry. Reflux, migraine, depression. We're going to have a decrease in metabolism. It's going to affect our sleep, and it might raise blood pressure. So كل هول they're going to affect كمان weight gain. So whenever we're stressed, عنا increased cortisol مثل ما شفنا. عنا an altered digestion. ففي عالم when they're stressed they eat more, or they're constipated, other they have diarrhea, other people have reflux. So كل واحد have مثل ما سمعنا كثير عم نسمع, our gut is our second brain. So our digestion will be affected by stress. We're going to have a sleep that is كمان altered, and when we don't sleep well كمان we're going to see why we will gain weight. Sometimes when you're very stressed, you don't feel able to exercise. So by decreasing your physical activity, كمان it will lead to weight gain. Well, some people كمان they drink more alcohol when they're stressed, so كمان this will lead to weight gain. So all of these will increase fat storage in the belly, will increase your sugar craving, will decrease your metabolism, and make you eat more. So this is how stress will affect weight. So بنكون احنا عم نعمل دايت وعم نعمل سبور وعم نعمل كل شيء دايتيشن قالت لنا او كل شيء عم نجرب وهيك, بس انه we're super stressed, we're not consistent, we're not sleeping well. This is why كمان we will not be able to lose. So عن جد it's not as easy as it sounds. So please don't feel bad if you felt like you tried everything. بيكون انه في قصص in your life that you haven't tackled yet. When you're not sleeping well, it will affect مثل ما قلت the weight. So you have to sleep 7 to 8 hours a night. It will improve your weight control, your fitness, your mood. حتى and I'm sure you already felt إذا بتناموا منيح يعني بوعة خي هيك جلدتي مرتاحة. يعني some of the things that sleep do and you can feel it. It will boost immunity, less headaches, less cancer. So هولي عم بحكي غير الويت يعني عم بحكي sleep is super super important. It will help you focus more. And a lot of studies showed that people who sleep less tend to be overweight. So sleep deprivation doesn't help people to lose weight. How? I don't know. If I'm too fast, please قولي لي وقفيني. If you don't sleep enough, you're going to have an increased appetite. And you will feel like whatever you eat ما عم تشبعي. ليه؟ لأن جسمنا تعبان. So هو بس جسمنا عم جرب يقول لنا please أنا كتير تعبان, I need energy, go find food. ما عم بيفهم إنه أنا بس ما نمت منيح إنه ما خسر أكل. So this is what's going to happen. When we have enough sleep, يعني 7 to 8 hours, ideally إنه على 10:30 11 مش إنه بننام من 3 الصبح ل 11. So ideally it should be during the hours of the night يعني to follow شوي circadian rhythm, to follow شوي إنه the night, the sun وهيك. When we sleep enough, we will have a normal appetite and we will feel satisfied after eating. So whenever we don't sleep well, we're going to have an imbalance in these two hormones and it's going to increase our weight. Just small tips to sleep better. So try to stick to a sleep schedule. So ideally, when you're not being able to sleep well, try to arrange let's sleep every day at 11 p.m. and wake up every day at 7 to 8 a.m. And whenever you feel like this is difficult and you are not being able to sleep early, try to wake up early so that you're tired and that after like a week or two, you'll be able to sleep earlier. stop exercising at least 3 hours before sleeping. Exercise increases a lot hormones, adrenaline and stuff, so it keeps you awake. Alcohol, I know that sometimes you feel like خلص بشرب كاس مبيض وبخفى. Alcohol بهالمعنى بينعس شوي, بس إنه the sleep that you have after alcohol is not as restful as a sleep without alcohol. So I would recommend to avoid alcohol if you have sleeping problems. Cigarettes وأكيد heavy meals. And whenever we eat something very heavy بنحس إنه ما عم نقدر ننام مزعوجين. Try to wind down. يعني ساعة قبل ما تناموا أو the hour that you're setting yourself to sleep. مثلا 11 بدي نام. Starting 10 p.m. Try doing something calm, reading, taking a warm bath, listening to calm music, إنه هيك. وكمان electronic devices هيدا الblue light كتير بتوعي. So try it. I know it's hard. I know we're very addicted to our phones وهيك, بس عن جد as much as we can try to avoid electronic devices. يعني take a book instead أو شيء. If you're stressed and very anxious, or you have a lot of to-do lists in your mind, إنه شو بدي أعمل بكرة, please write them down. Take a pad, anything with a pen and write them down. بس إذا بتطلعون, they will go out of your brain. It will go هيدا وفيكم ترتاحوا وتناموا أحسن. Something that looks very stupid, but actually عن جد consider it. Make sure you're sleeping on a comfortable mattress and pillows. يعني إذا البيلو ما كتير مريحة, إنه بس غيروها. بس عن جد sometimes we forget and we're too used to it. بس إنه عن جد إنه take the step and do it. And it's a huge investment. هلا, if your sleeplessness persists, you have to dig into what's going on. So go to a doctor, psychiatrist, psychotherapist, and try to check what might be wrong in order to sleep better. Any questions, Sandra? في شي حدا عم يسأل سؤال شيء؟
عم تسمعيني؟ إيه عنا أسئلة already. You want to take one? Okay, so عندك so عنا سؤال. I have fat around my hips and belly only. How can I remove those?
Okay, هلا, usually people store fat in different regions حسب الشخص. So this person يعني ما في أكلات, ما تصدقوا العالم بيقولوا هولي بنصحوا بفوتوا بالهيبس وهولي you might have extra fat in your belly, your hips, wherever you have them. Whenever you're going to lose weight and exercise, they're going to go down from there كمان. يعني ما تعتلوا هم إنه حيروحوا منهم. هلا, شو الأكل يلي بيزيد المساحة بهالريجن؟ عادة إنه هو everything that is fried, everything that is very processed, كترة السكر, كترة السويتس, and not eating healthy enough. يعني مش بس إنه بدنا نوقف السويتس وبدنا نوقف السكر وبدنا نوقف الفات. No, we have to eat good stuff إنه محلهم. Vegetable, fruits, proteins, a lot of proteins, good fats, لوز وجوز وأفوكا بينصحوا إيه, بس إنه long term بيضعفوا لأنه بيشبعونا وهذا. حنفوت more in details on what is the plan that you're supposed to follow in order when we talk about the healthy diet. رح نحكي عنه.
عنا سؤال تاني. Does intermittent fasting work?
Okay, I get this question a lot. It really depends on the case. So to be very honest, يعني كل العالم اللي عندهم IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, عندهم مشاكل bloating, عندهم مشاكل حرقة وهيك, IBS makes your symptoms sometimes worse. Then whenever you have these issues, you're supposed to have small frequent meals to be able to digest them. So مثلا, I wouldn't recommend it in this case. تاني شيء, some people are doing intermittent fasting and skipping the breakfast مثلا. بس إن breakfast منه هالقد caloric. يعني at the end of the day إنه maximum أكلنا بيضتين وتوست أو إنه a bowl of milk cereal. يعني مش هدول الكميات الكالورية عم نشيلهم. We end up having a big lunch because we're very hungry and eating a lot at night. فتكنيكلي ما يعني بهول البيشنتس ما عم شوف فرق صراحة. البيشنتس يلي على التلفزيون بعوجين يحطوا كاس بزورات وكاس هيدا وبوب كورن وما بينتبهوا بياكلوا قدام التي في, هول اذا بيعملوا intermittent fasting وعن جد they stick to it and they're like خلص ما راح اكل شيء بعد 8, it works to be very honest. يعني خلص انه بيكون لانه عم بيشيلوا a huge amount of calories that they're used to eating. بس again I would recommend it on a short period of time, يعني 2 to 3 weeks ونرجع بعدين عادي, لانه الميتابوليزم من بعد فتره فيه يخف. انه خلص بيتعود جسمنا انه اصلا ما عم ياكل
بالليل.
مثل ما وقت ما سوري صندوق بالشغله وقتها sometimes ما بنتعشى وتاني نهار بنوعى بطننا واو خايف منيح ما تعشيت. اوكي اول نهار, بس انه من بعد جمعه انه ما تعشينا ما راح نحس بهيدا الشيء. So at the end of the day في شغله كمان intermittent fasting, if you skip dinner كمان انه we live in a country بنظهر ونشوف عالم وزيارات ومدري شو، انه if you become anti social وبتروحي وبتاكلي وما فيك تشربي وبس عندك كوبايه الماء، كمان it's a stress on yourself which I wouldn't كمان recommend. So it's really about balance، وكرمال هيك I insist on انه 2 to 3 weeks ومش تكون على فتره كثير طويله.
اوكي سو عنا يوزر عم بيقول او بتقول we don't know I have a stressful job and constantly travel back and forth. I'm unable to maintain any kind of routine and hate how I feel in my body.
Okay, Kamen, I have a lot of this case, and I understand that it's much harder, of course, if you're just living in your country, in your house. But there are some things that you could do wherever you are. يعني إنه تقسيم الأكل، إنه have like 5 meals a day. Again, it depends on the case, but usually, إنه breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and snacks in between. You find yourself in the hotel, you have a regular breakfast, مش إنه بدي دوم من كل شيء. Every day you try to change whatever you want. Then you can, from the breakfast buffet مثلا، موزة وكمشة جوز ولوز وهيدا وبتخليهم بجزدانات during the day you snack on them. At lunch and dinner, make sure to have protein. كمان at breakfast, protein and carbs and good fat. So wherever you are, try to have this composition. But trying always to إنه خلص نتعشى خفيف ومنشيل هاي وهيدا يعني I feel like I have a lot of patients that try to do every day quick fixes. طب خلص خليني ما اكل خبز اليوم وهلا بالليل بشيل الرز وبكره، هول عن جد ما بيمشوا، لانه it's either you put your body in a ما بعرف انا low carb mode, keto diet, I don't like that. Okay, بس انه they're proven لانه we're putting our body in a certain system of working. بس انه trying هيك every day or every week انه نجرب شيء جديد لانه سمعت هيدا مشت، عن جد ما بتمشي. So for this person that travels a lot, عن جد to stick to eating everything in regular way, drinking a lot of water, and trying to exercise if she can. يعني at least maintaining ما بعرف إذا مشي whatever the person likes to do, but trying to stick a bit to physical activity wherever she is.
ميرا هون قد ايه really stress يعني I know you mentioned stress, you explained cortisol وهيك، بس قد ايه really do you see stress as a blocker وعن جد بيأخر weight loss؟
عن
يعني
جد
in your
no
cases
عن
we
جد
try everything and there is stress and it's a huge component.
هو صراحة what I feel is إنه the stress that affects the most is the stress that أول شيء affects emotional eating. So when we're very stressed and we go and we eat, so هيدا شغلة. So فيه يكون الشغل that's affecting. وعندنا the stress about our body عن جد، يعني خلص ما فيه بدي أضعف وهيدا الفوكس الجنون وخلص this عن جد blocks a lot. ما بعرف كيف. أوكي بعرف حكينا بس إنه عن جد إنه you can see a difference. يعني العالم اللي super focused وخلص بدهم يضعفوا this is their only thing the only thing they think about، عن جد you can see it slower than other people who are هيك إنه أكثر. إيه لأنه بيصير every time they eat their stress. كمان في هيدا الشيء، يعني إذا أكلوا سلاد they're stressed لأنه كان بدهم هالشيء، وإذا أكلوا بطاطا مقلية they're stressed لأنه they shouldn't eat it. So خلص يعني everything becomes a problem. Every meal is not enjoyed. عم بقول لك يعني حتى if it's a good meal خلص أنا ما بقى في أشوف سلاد، وإذا it's a really nice and tasty meal they feel bad. So خلص يعني the relationship with food is really not good. But in these cases عن جد I can see a difference عن جد.
Okay, let's continue and take more questions.
Okay, هلا I'm going to talk about relationships. So عندنا the social influence. You know, we live in a country very social, so we spend time a lot with people. So if your partner, family, or friends they have unhealthy habits, it will affect your own choices. And I can see it a lot in the clinic. So I can see again 2 type of people. يعني مثلا أو بيظهروا بيقرروا إنه اليوم أنا I have a dinner, I'm going to go and I'm going to eat وما رح أفكر. بس بيظهروا بيشوفوا عالم عم بياخذوا سلاد وهيدا فبيحسوا حالهم غلط. يعني اذا هن طلبوا بيتزا طلع بيتزا وبده يفيل سو باد ما هيك عم تاكل سلاد وانا عم باكل بيتزا وانا البقره وانا مدري شو. سو عندنا هيدا انه this problem. وعندنا كمان the opposite انه اذا نحن قررنا اليوم ناكل سلاد لانه we don't feel like eating anything else, we feel like something light. شو بكي ما عم تاكلي صافا مش الحال انه خلص تعالي كلي بطاطا. So يعني this is why انه بس we're always in this situation. وانا as a dietitian you can't imagine how many comments I get. هلا بنشوف انت شو بتاكلي وبناكل مثلك. لا عن جد بركي اليوم ما طلع بالي يعني you know what I mean. So عن جد we have to really try to مش set boundaries ومش تسكتوا العالم بس إنه to be more convinced of your choices. إنه أنا اليوم قررت إنه عن جد I really felt like a salad مثلاً أو لا اليوم I really feel like I want a pizza. خلاص آخر همي إذا ما أكلوا شيء هني. Because عن جد you don't know what happened during the rest of the day of these people. يعني أنتوا at the end عم تشوفون بالليل بس إنه هن ما بتعرفوا شو عملوا بالنهار ما بتعرفوا شو عم بيعملوا بعدين. إنه unfortunately في كتير they binge they vomit إنه it's horrible بس إنه they do. وفي منهم ما أكلوا كل نهار تيجوا يتعشوا وفي منهم تاني نهار ما حياكلوا شيء. So not saying it's good but I'm just saying that my patients when they look at them they feel triggered. Well, actually we don't know anything about these people. إنه I know from my patients no one knows in their entourage and they have this problem. So عن جد we don't know. عندنا emotional eating. So relationships overall can bring emotional ups and downs. So it might increase emotional eating. We have a lot of problems in shared meals and activities, especially in the family. مثلا إنه إذا عم نعمل غدا كل العائلة أنت حطيتي فيديو ساندرا عن الأكل إنه that was really really good إنه with the kids وهيك إنه أنت ما عم تاكلي كثير وأنت لازم تاكل أكثر. So إنه we get these comments a lot. Support and motivation. So we can have both. So we can have the supportive husband, mother, whatever, that is like يلا برافو مدري شو. بس كمان this support sometimes can turn إنه إذا بنشوف البيشنت عم بياكل شوكولا يي شو بكي مع بنات عم تعملي دايت لك خلاص شيلي الشوكولا. This كمان is really not good. So عندنا عن جد إنه two sides of the thing. الbody image self esteem. So كثير بنظهر وي ضعفانة نصحانة لا 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 لا. So all these comments affect a lot self esteem and body image. So and a lot of patients they don't want to go out ما يسمعوا هذا الحكي إنه بيعرفوا نصحانين. They would like to see these people they don't want to hear comments so they just don't go out. And حرام إنه it's really sad. So in conclusion شوي إن a relationship can have positive and negative influence on weight. كرمال هيك إنه as much as you can try to cultivate a supportive environment, communicate openly about what you're trying to achieve, and work together to maintain a healthy and balanced lifestyle. كمان في شغلة إنه sometimes I have patients ما كتير بيحبوا سبور بس إنه جوازهم أو إنه their partner إنه كتير بيحبوا سبور. So كمان هيدا بتعملهم عقدة إنه هو بضل بالجيم وبضل يعمل سبور وبينتبه على أكله أنا إنه ما بحب مدري شو. So كمان this can be an extra stress إنه on the person. Self beliefs. هلا شو هن self belief؟ Self belief is usually in how much you believe that you can do something. وعادة هو قصص بنقول لحالنا بلا ما ننتبه بس it affects a lot how we think. So أول شيء في self efficacy إنه do you truly think that you can be able to successfully achieve your goal? If you are عن جد you will have the knowledge, motivation and everything, all the tools you need to achieve and maintain your goals. But if you don't feel that deep down you can do it, عن جد you won't be able to do it. So you have to be convinced that you are self-efficient and that you can do it. And you have to keep on reminding yourself, I can do it, I can do it. It will take time, but I will do it. Self-esteem. People with low self-esteem, usually they may turn to food to cope as a coping mechanism. Self-esteem will affect body image. You will feel down, so more stressed, so more هيدا, so كمان it will not help you lose weight. People with a higher self-esteem, maybe لأنه كمان they accept their choices, they're convinced about what they're doing, خلاص they don't care. يعني حيظهروا ياكلوا شو ما بدهم, they would have a more positive body image. مش حيلا كومنت حيحركهم. They might be more motivated and more able to maintain a healthy weight. Self-talk. Whenever you negatively self-talk talk to yourself in a negative way, you're gonna have doubts and you're gonna try to sabotage your weight loss effort. ما أصلاً خلص ما شو ما حأعمل ما جربت كل الدايتيشن وما رح يمشي الحال وأصلاً ما رح أضعف بحياتي رح ضل هيك. كل هول عن جد ما بيساعدوا أبداً. Where you whenever you do a positive self-talk, usually you're gonna build confidence, motivation, and resilience. There is something I'm going to repeat throughout the talk, but عن جد إنه it takes time and it's not a curve إنه خلاص إنه بنعمل بننتبه وخلاص بنضعف. عن جد it takes time, it's high and lows and it's ما بعرف أنا عندي عرس هالجمعة كان في كتير events انسحت شوي ومن بعد العرس عدفت شوي بس عن جد you have to think long term يعني not a week from now, not a month from now, you have to think a bit further down the road. لأنه كمان كل ال healthy behaviors اللي we're adopting are not for a month or two. And ideally, it's for the long run, and it's for your health, your skin, your head. And عن جد we focus a lot on weight بس إنه في كتير عالم very skinny very هيدا and that have a lot of health problems. So عن جد إنه we have to focus more on health. إنه this is what كمان can keep you going. إنه أوكي يمكن ما ضعفت مثل ما لازم but at least I'm eating healthy, I'm taking care of myself, I'm taking care of my body. إنه so كمان trying to shift the talk to health more than body. I know it's not easy and بس إنه and beliefs about food كمان. So whenever كمان كتير نسمع هذا الشيء إنه bad foods وهول ممنوعين وأنا no way ما بحط هول بتمي وأنا خلص I cut sugar completely out of my life. إنه هول unfortunately فيهم يفوتوا بcycle of restrictive eating و binging لأنه نمرق بفترة بنوقف completely بنرجع بنرجع ناكل بنرجع إنه هذه شغلة عن جد لازم ننتبهها و it's gonna affect our relationship with food. When you have a positive relationship with food and you believe in moderation, you believe إنه يمكن آكل شوكولا اليوم وهامبرجر بكرة وفرايز وهيك وخلص وعادي رح كمل حياتي on Monday مش Monday whatever Tuesday or Wednesday نرجع ناكل عادي وتاني نهار بدي بيتزا. You would trust me you will maintain a healthy weight. You will feel أصلاً يعني حتى لو يفيل انه كثير جاي تعب طلع قبلنا فرايز طيب اوكي اذا اكلنا اليوم فرايز وبالليل فرايز وبكره فرايز trust me بعد 3-4 ايام فرايز حتحسوا انه ما بقى بدي فرايز اصلا لانه your body will feel انه اصلا ما بقى بدي I need something else. So you have to trust a bit your body انه بما انه حيقلكم شو بعايز. مثلا cravings for chocolate it can be a deficiency in magnesium, it can be a deficiency in chromium يعني مش بس انه lack of willpower انه it can come from a nutrient deficiency. كمان أو في شيء
عنا سؤال إذا بدك تاخديه.
إيه
تعبت من comments ال people around me عن جسمي كيف فيي ما أتأثر؟
Okay it takes a lot of work بس إنه كان في something that I learned in the course that looks very stupid but actually it works saying thank you. So whatever people are telling you إنه thank you إنه مثلاً مين صحانة إنه thank you يعني ما تفوتوا بديباجة إيه وجربت وما بعرف ولأنه make them feel bad إنه شو thank you عم بقول لك إنه نصحتي إيه thank you إنه خلص يعني حطيتهم محلهم و you're trying to put boundaries by saying هيك إنه thank you. I understand comments about budget ونحن usually we always think about people who gained weight but trust me people who lost weight for any reason and they didn't want to كمان it's really not cool to hear إنه كتير ضعفانة حرام شو بك ضعفانة يعني so عن جد in both cases إنه it's uncomfortable. So and there is something you need to know and you know is that you gained weight, you lost weight. You don't need anyone to tell you. So, try to think it's their issues. يعني everything is related to body image in their minds. خلاص مشكلتهم. لأنه trust me, I gained and lost weight during my life. إنه كتير أوقات people told me the opposite of what I did. كنت ضعفت بيقولوا لي نصحانة و vice versa. So عن جد people don't know. يعني so don't trust people and خلاص be like you know yourself and you're doing everything you can to reach your goals whatever they are. So عن جد try not to be affected. I know it's not easy but unfortunately we live in this society we're always on social media كمان seeing the perfect bodies ومدري شو and it's not easy but عن جد you can do it.
قد ايه ميرا يعني قد ايه اليوم عن جد how do you guide people to seek more help حتى على psychological level once they struggle بهال with body image أو where بالنسبة لك أنت كdietitian when do you advise them to seek more help وأمتين لا it's okay it's something they can live with and manage it on their own.
شوفي honestly I recommend a lot psychotherapists. ما حقلك to all my patients not to exaggerate بس to ما بعرف 80% at least I'm like consider it لأنه usually عن جد ما في حدا ناصح بس بياكل كتير ما في هيدا الشيء يعني عادة it comes from emotional eating, coping mechanism, problems with relationship with food, relationship with family it comes from a lot of things. So usually when I get help from a psychotherapist, you can see the results are really different. لأنه they're working on things that are really eating them up. يكون stress أو يكون إنه body image, self-esteem. يعني كل هول اللي عم نحكي فيهم are more psychological أصلاً من إنه dietitian job يعني. So عن جد إنه if you don't sleep well, if you're very stressed, if you're not being able to cope well with your emotions, if you're not comfortable in your body, and the body image issues, عن جد a psychotherapist can help a lot. هلا the thing is إنه the dietitian is needed بمعنى إنه the dietitian will give you a plan to follow so that عن جد you can see results and feel better physically كمان. Okay, بس إنه you would need both. بس إنه عن جد if you sleep better يعني إذا psychotherapist ساعدتك تنامي أحسن، تعملي أقل ستريس وتخففي emotional eating لأنه you're dealing with your emotions already كتير عم تخفف calories كتير عم تخفف. فهمت قصدي يعني so a lot.
اوكي انا السؤال بركي بناخده وبترجعي تكفي. My daughter doesn't want to wear a swimsuit. She's 14 وما بدها تلبس 2 بيس. قد ايه هون رح زيد انا على السؤال هيدا ميرا، قد ايه هون بتشوفي kids هو يعني بيكون في body image عند الاهل the kids بتصير عندهم كمان body image، وقديش عم بتشوفي هلا بالنيو جنريشن بهالبري تين ايج عم بيصير عنا اكثر واكثر، هل عم بتزيد البودي ايمج ايشوز وهل being uncomfortable in wearing swimsuit مثلا مثل الكيس اللي somebody shared؟
كثير body image issues، وانه انا وياكي وكريم جميل عملنا توك على البودي ايمج. سو انه عن جد انه the thing is من وراء السوشيال ميديا، من وراء العالم، من وراء الفلترز فوتوشوب ومدري شو، يعني we're always exposed to the perfect body. وكمان the way you take the picture، يعني مش بس حتى لو ماما هيدا، بس the way you take the picture. يعني unfortunately هلا the mom that is asking this question I understand her concern, but I'm sorry but I would ask her كمان to reflect on her and her husband or the father of the child, or to see and how they are in the family if they talk a lot about it. مش بس عنهم، يعني اكيد ما افتكر قالت لبنتها انت ناصحه وما تحطي مايو، بس انه يمكن السنه الماضيه رحتوا على البحر وشفتوا عالم وكنتوا شو ناصحه هاي، شو في تشيزه لهي، ليه لابسه دو بياس هي تلبس I don't know عم كيف حكي يعني. بس انه انه حتى لو the comments are not towards the person sometimes انه بس talking انه can affect. هلا اذا الاهل عن جد they did everything they can, don't forget there is school وكومنتس at school وبولينج at school اللي كمان الاهل ما خصهم ابدا. يعني انه يمكن سمعت قصص بالمدرسه او سمعت كومنتس او شيء كيف حتروحي على البحر مع هذا الكرش، انه that كمان affects. So how what can she do? She can try to اول شيء تشوف شو مزعوجه. So let's say انه بطنها او وريكها انه her hips or whatever. اوكي انه بجيب لك شيء من حد باريو، بجيب لك شيء طويل، انه مثلا try to see انه how she could go to the beach. مثلا بتشيل بس الهيدا تتنزل على البيسين، واذا برات البيسين البسي هي are you comfortable in this مثلا. Try to understand انه what would make her feel better. What can she do to make her feel better. طب انه okay انه obviously انه we're not gonna miss out on beach انه بس لانه جسمك هيدا انه we don't care وما حدا عم يطلع فيك اصلا. So انه عن جد what do you need. يعني عن جد try to ask your daughter what do you need. انه and you might think it's very hard بس يمكن عن جد تكون قصص انه بس اذا بطنها يزعجها انه بس something to put on her. و maybe try to tell her طيب يعني you know what let's try. شو بدك نعمل؟ بدك تنتبه شوي، بدك تجربي تضعفي شوي، I can help you. بس اكيد in a healthy way. انه لانه بفضل انه especially girls they have more tendency to have eating disorders. بفضل يكون في هالاوبن communication مع the mom and that anything she would do any diet she would do انه at least تكون انه guided in a proper way. So it's very important that there is this communication, and it's normal.
sorry
انت
عم بقول you would recommend diet بهالأعمار يعني 13 14
14 if it's هيك regular. شوفي يعني عن جد حسب شو المشكله. يعني اذا شخص مثلا عم تاكل كثير لانه she has emotional eating، بلا اكيد I would advise her to come to check what's wrong. maybe ما عم تاكل منيح بروتين مثل ما قلت لك. يعني كمان sometimes emotional eating بيجي من physical hunger، so يمكن ما عم تاكل مزبوط، مش a proper diet بس something هيك to help her feel that she's in control. انه you know me I hate giving diets not for that. بس انه it's more انه okay انه شو هن المشكله؟ كثير عم تحسها عم تاكلي هيك بتحط let's switch this to this مثلا الفرابوتشينو خلينا نشوف اذا بتفضلي بلا كريم خلينا نشيل small هيك steps. She will feel better, she will feel that she's doing something. و14 سبا يعني is not that young بس انه again nothing strict, nothing major, nothing بيشيل food groups انه ممنوع الكاربز يعني هيدا عن جد عقده على الحقيقه. قصص very mild يعني انه healthy snacking.
very mild and maybe bringing back the conversation يعني نحن شفناها كمان in other bringing back the conversation to feeling healthy يعني كثير يعني الحديث لازم يضل دايما حكيت فيها هذيك المرة أنت وكارين كمان we advise people يرجعوا يحضروا sessions لإلك ولا كارين the therapist اللي كانت معنا in other talks where the conversation should become about health rather than you know shape or feeling good in your body the health discussion خصوصي مع الولاد.
لا definitely. وكمان انه سبور كمان هون سبور مش انه اعملي سبور تتضعفي، لا اعملي سبور to feel good to do something. especially انا at this age بكره الجيم، انه انا اكثر بكره الجيم بس امين انه at this age انه promoting something an activity that she will feel a sense of accomplishment. يعني مثل ما عم نحكي على السيلف استيم وهيدا اذا مثلا عم بقول حالها شيء تعمل تنس تايكوندو مدري شو وبتحس حالها عم تتحسن وبتشوف فيديوز هي وقبل وهلا وشو عم تعمل it's so fulfilling. وكمان انه it will boost self confidence. ايه انا I play tennis and I do taekwondo انا مدري شو so it's really helpful. so كمان try to see what انه she could do. هلا مثلا this person that is not comfortable in a swimsuit انه obviously ما رح تروح تسبح كاكتيفيتي، بس انه فيها تروح مع بيتي لحالها تعمل تنس او تعمل بوكسينج وهيدا انه she will feel comfortable doing that and it will help her a lot feel better. لأنه كمان she will feel like my body is strong and I'm being able to do that and it will have other implications.
All right, we can continue ونرجع ناخد more questions.
Okay, so poor body image. هلا عملنا توك ساعة ونص على poor body image بس إنه هلا إنه a bit quickly. Poor body image might lead to a disordered eating. So unhealthy relationship with food. We're going to try extreme dieting, restrictive eating, binge eating, purging sometimes. رح نروح نعمل كتير sport. So it might lead to really unhealthy behaviors and we need to be aware of that. عنا poor body image will affect our emotional well-being. So anxiety, depression, which might lead كمان to a difficulty in losing weight. We have مثل ما هلا حكينا إنه كل الستيغما اللي عنا إياهم إنه we need to be skinny, we need to have beautiful bodies ومدري شو. So whenever we don't have that, we have a low self-esteem we're going to engage in unhealthy behavior control. هلا كتير بسمع كمان people trying supplements or medications in order to lose weight, which is very unhealthy. So you need to check with the doctor ومدري شو وإذا مش عايزين عن جد don't do it. Body comparison. So body comparison كتير بتصير إنه especially بالمدرسة at a young age إنه بيطلعوا على بعض وأجسامهم وهيك وهلا زيادة عنا السوشيال ميديا. So we are really it's really not easy to be satisfied with your body today. So we have this dissatisfaction with our body and we have unrealistic expectations. يعني خلص صرنا إنه ننسى إنه أنا مش من طولة مثلا أو إنه أنا عدمي خف إنه صغير هي عدمة تخين إنه whatever. So إنه ما في نوصل على هذا الوزن. وفي شغله انه نحن we accept انه طولنا هالقد وما فينا نطول بس انه we cannot accept انه our weight ما بينزل اكثر من هيك. and trust me انه there are some weights that people cannot reach for healthy reasons and their body is made this way. So كمان to a certain extent we have to accept انه مش كل العالم فيهم تكون كثير ضعاف مثل ما مش كل العالم كثير طوال. poor body image can lead to exercise avoidance. انه ما بدي احط شيء بسبور وما بدي العالم يشوفوني وما بدي اشوف جسمي وما بدي اشوف حالي بالمرايه. سو كمان which عم نفوت بسيك لانه ما عم نعمل سبور ومنا مرتاحين بجسمنا دونك عم نفوت بسيك. ويت سايكلينج. سو بنصير ناكل وبنعمل بنج وبنرجع ننسح يو دايتنج بيسكلي لانه we have a poor body image so we go to extreme behaviors نرجع ناكل نرجع. negative body perception. So being constantly focused on the flaws. So مثل ما قلنا هلا مثلا بطني my hips فخادي وايدي whatever بنصير ننسى انه عندنا غير شيء انه ما اعرف شعر سكين انه sometimes shifting the focus to انه اعملي ماسك لشعراتك حطي كريم على وجهك ما بعرف يعني انه trying to adapt و add self care behaviors to your lifestyle that are not automatically related to your body weight يعني related to other stuff لأنه عن جد you will feel better. ما بعرف أنا putting on some makeup, earrings, jewelry كل واحد شيء يعني بس إنه كمان trying to focus on this.
عنا سؤال if you want to take it.
Wait.
Do you recommend taking chromium picolinate supplements by a breastfeeding mom of a 1-year-old baby who is pre-diabetic type 2 and who is chocoholic and a sweets addict? Does it have side effects?
Okay, to be very honest, as a dietitian, we're not allowed to give supplements. So I would recommend you to ask your doctor. It might be a good idea. بس إنه كمان كترة شو ما كان يعني the toxicity of any nutrient is way worse than the deficiency. يعني حتى فيتامين دي هلا كلنا عم ناخذ وكلنا deficient بس إنه إذا صرنا over vitamin D يعني it's way worse than being deficient. So why not? بس إنه I would really seek my doctor's opinion on that. And especially إذا breastfeeding وهيك ما بدنا يصير في زيادة chromium in the milk ويصير بغير مشكلة. So
Mira, what about fat burners? السبلمنتس السريعين يلي هيك انه
اكيد عن جد نو لانه عاده في احيانا انه you don't really burn
for a month وبيصيروا انه الحجه هي انه it's just temporary for a month وبس انه قبل الصيفيه و it's temporary وهيك.
ايه في كثير هذا الحكي وغير temporary. انا هلا اذا بس بدعك شوي I boost my هيدا خلص بتحمس وبرجع بنزل انه so عن جد نو يعني especially when we lose weight very quickly we lose water and we lose muscles يعني ما فينا نضعف بس fat when we lose weight quickly. هيدا أول شيء. ثاني شيء اوكي رح فوت شوي بيولوجي يعني بس انه when we gain weight عندنا adipose cells اوكي بينسحوا so عندنا adipose cells they can reach up to 27 times their size. When we gain a lot of weight whole cells sometimes they multiply. So مثلا عم بقول حيلا شيء انه انا عندي 50 حدا ثاني عنده 100 حدا ثاني عنده 25 اوكي الشخص اللي عنده 100 when the level of fat in the cells reaches less than half جسمنا ما بيعرف انه عنده 100 بيقول لا عم ينزل كثير الفات I need to eat. So انتم بتكونوا ما تعرفتوا مثل ما لازم وبدكم بعض بس actually جسمكم it was too fast وما رجلش وحس انه he's in starvation mode so he will burn less you will feel that you're hungry and you won't be able to lose any more weight لانه له خلص وصلنا على 50% ما بيعرف انه في حده 100 so كمان في هذا الشيء بيأثر so يمكن نضعف بسرعه اول شيء وبعدين نبلوك نسمع كثير انه عملت بلوك بلاتو مدري شو لانه جسمنا و our brain ما رجلش بعد. When we go down slowly we have time نعمل هيدا التريجلوج و this is why and we don't gain weight anymore as fast. كل شيء عم لك هي انه it's studies يعني it's انه عاملوا كثير دراسات when we look at crash diet over 5 years بيكونوا العالم انصح من شو كانوا بالاول and when they do sustainable changes لا and you can see it goes down in a sustainable way. هلا الفود مينينج اوكي this is important لانه a lot of times انه عالم مثلا بياكلوا تيرتاحوا او انا الاكل لإلي it's a punishment او a reward this is really unhealthy لانه خلص انه بصير انه وقت بزعل بدي اكل هذا الشيء واذا ما عملت شيء مزبوط انه هيدي البوظه لانه اشتغلت منيح today whatever. We shouldn't link food to our day and emotion قد ما فينا اكيد يعني بس انه هذا so usually عاده انه food carries emotional meaning انه the way we are in family we gather around food and food is here يعني I understand بس انه as much as we can try to seek comfort somewhere else لانه food is not the answer. عندنا كمان انه usually gatherings و tradition مثل ما قلت انه it's over food so it will affect our choices. Try to focus when you eat ما تاكله mindlessly. So مثلا رجعت من الشغل وفتت على المطبخ وجعت فاكلت انه رز وشوكولا وهيك ما كنت منتبهه كنت واقفه وهيك وما انتبهت شو اكلت. This affects a lot. So by just taking a plate حطوا جوز ولوز اللي رجع عملكم تاكلوها او الفواكه او whatever عدوا ركزوا هلا رح اكل لانه اذا لا عن جد our brain ما بيرجل ما بيستوعب انه عم ناكل. So we have to be fully focused and this will help you feel انه هلا شبعت انه مش انه هلا عن جد كثير جوعانه يعني when we mindlessly eat we don't feel it خلص انه ننسى ما حسينا اكلنا انه I'm sure it happens with many of you انه اكلنا وما حسينا ليه لانه ما كنا مركزين. So هيدي الشغله كثير صغيره عن جد بتاثر كثير. وفي ال restrictive وال permissive mindset اللي حكيت عنه شوي قبل انه كل شيء forbidden bad وهيك لا ممنوع اكل هيدا الشيء، اذا اكلنا هيدا الشيء بنصير خلص guilt trip يعني. Donc this is why it's very important to say خلص to be in a permissive mindset انه في اكل كل شيء in moderation in balance، انه ورح اكل وخلص ورح يمشي الحال. ومش اذا اليوم اكلت برجر رح انسى، مثل ما مش اذا اليوم اكلت بيتزا اكلت سلطه. So وفي شغله انه اذا نهار نزعت الدايت تبعي او طلعت من كل شيء قلته ومدري شو، انه مثل انه حدا مثلا جرح سيارته بيروح بيكسرها، خلص اوكي جرحت سيارتي انه هلا شويه بولش وبتروح، انه مش الحال انه يعني ما بروح كسرها كلها. So اوكي نزعت الدايت او اكلت شيء out of what I wanted to eat these past 2 days, fine you go back on track. انه ما ضروري نكب كل شيء بزباله ونرجع على زيرو، يعني كمان في هيدا الشيء كثير مهم. هون رح نحكي كمان على unrealistic expectation. The more you have unrealistic expectation, the more you will feel frustrated and disappointed. ومثل ما شفتوا بالجراف هون على اليمين انه الاكسبكتيشن رح نضعف نحن هيك، بس هو actually لا، رح نضعف شوي ورجع نمسح شوي ورجع نضعف شوي. At the end you will reach what you want، بس accept انه حيكون في ups and downs مثل بكل شيء بالحياه. So at the end رح توصل. كمان انه في شغله انه when we go to extreme exercise unhealthy behaviors it's not good for our physical and mental well-being. So حتى لو وصلنا على الجول let's say انه بدنا نوصل له، بس بدنا نشوف كيف وصلنا لهونيك، اذا مدبرسين وتعبانين deficiency بكل شيء وما عندنا قدره نعمل شيء، ما بدنا بدنا هذا الشيء يعني. So we have to really think about our health and our well-being when we think about it. And please don't prioritize the number on the scale over your health and well-being. Think about how you are. بعرف أنا عم نام أحسن. I'm more energized. I'm stronger. I'm بروح على الجيم ما عم بتعب مثل قبل. These are victories. بس إنه we tend to forget them. But trust me, and they're really good. إنه يما إنه my skin looks better. I feel more energized. I feel stronger, and it's so cool. It's so much cooler than a number on the scale. So إنه عن جد try to shift the focus. When we هون حرد على سؤالك ساندرا الجول setting. So when we want to set goals, it's important to set realistic goals. So مثلا some goals that are realistic, it's to lose 5 كيلو to a kilo a week. هلا عندي كثير عالم ماشي شو بدي انا ما ادري قد، بس انه at the end of the day مثلا انه بعد 6 شهور بتكون ضعفتوا كثير منيح. So انه look عن جد long term. So let's say a kilo a week. To increase physical activities to 150 minutes a week. شو يعني ساعتين ونص، يعني مثلا نص ساعة 5 مرات بالجمعة أو ساعة 3 مرات بالجمعة. إنه achievable يعني. To incorporate a mix of cardio, strength training, exercise to burn fat and to build muscles. To improve your diets، بس إنه when you want to improve your diet it has to be small changes. مثل ما قلت يعني let's say عم بروح على شيء بحب الفرابوتشينو، ما رح وقف completely الفرابوتشينو، بس إذا في أشربه بلا كريم وبلا الإكسترا كراميل on top مثلا، إنه هول small changes I'm sure that they can last. يعني once you remove the cream وبتتعودي بلا كريم خلص مشينا. القهوة إذا شلت لها السكر it's small steps، بس إنه هول عم بيتكرروا كل يوم. مثلا إذا عم نحكي على القهوة مثلا على السكر بالقهوة أو على الكوفي ميت يلي عم نحطه بالنسكافيه كل يوم يلي is really not healthy، هول الاسم إذا غيرناهم it will make a huge difference in the long run. مثلا when we want to talk about achievable strength goals عم نحكي على سكور we can focus on the weight that you're carrying نزيده شوي number of reps. أنا عم بعمل 15 خليني نجرب اليوم أعمل 20. إنه هول كمان الميني إنه goals are really helpful. وبليز إنه don't go into خلص I ruined everything. خلص إنه قلت ما حاكل فرابوتشينو مع كريم وأخذت فرابوتشينو خلص لا ما خلص صارت ومش رح نكمل يعني. أوكي طفي بشات.
بس عنا سؤال واحد. I had gestational diabetes twice as per the gynecologist. I have a higher risk of becoming diabetic type 2. Should I completely cut sweets and chocolate to avoid that, knowing that I love these, or is there a specific diet that I should follow?
Okay, now أكيد you shouldn't cut them out completely, especially if you love them. The gestational diabetes مع حق إنه she will be at higher risk of having diabetes later. But the treatment of diabetes, even in people who have diabetes, is not to cut down completely sugar or carbs. It's to combine. So whenever you want to eat sugar, مثلا a fruit, a chocolate, whatever, have them with nuts. When you want to have your meal, have them with proteins and rice. Yani, try to combine the carbs with proteins and good fat. This will regulate blood sugar. And you can see a huge difference when you do that. So مثلا you start with a salad, then you have your proteins, مثلا chicken breast مع شوية رز, let's say, and you want to have your chocolate after that, no problem. And trust me, your sugar will not will not go up as much as إذا باكل بس شوكولا أو إذا باكل حتى بس بركة كيوي لحالي. So this combination helps it.
بنرجع ناخد ميرا بالروم، بنرجع ناخد أسئلة يمكن سبيسيفيك أكتر إذا في ناس عندها you know a case بدها to discuss ولا شي معلومات لإلهم يعني specifically. So
لا definitely أكيد. رح نحكي شوي هلا على SMART goals. So SMART goals, it's an acronym for specific, S as specific, M as measurable, A as achievable, R as relevant, and T as timely. يعني whenever we want to lose weight in anything in your life, but no, we can break it down. So مثلا specific, okay, I want to lose 5 kilos. Measurable, I will weigh myself every week مثلا to monitor. مش every day, don't put too much pressure. Let's do SMART goals that are عن جد achievable. مش إنه قصص. Okay, I will weigh myself every week and I will see when I'm sick. How will I do that? By eating healthy, exercising مثلا, and controlling my portions. مثل ما قلت كل شخص عنده مشكلة different عن الثاني. And I have a lot of patients, even if the diet at the end of the day مش كتير حيفرق, بس كل patient حيكون عم ركز على الشيء مع هذا الشخص. يمكن إذا حدا emotional eating على تقسيم الأكل، إذا حدا مثلا عم بياكل portions كتير كبار لأن ما عم ينتبه to control the portions مثلا أبو. So depending on the case and trying to achieve something meaningful to this person. Relevant, so losing weight will improve my mental and physical health, so it's relevant for me. يعني ما رح نعمل goals that are إنه بدي أضعف ما بعرف خالتي توقف تحكي. إنه it's not relevant enough, it's not motivating enough, it's not sustainable. We have to think about something for us. إنه عن جد you do it for yourself. And timely, you can try to find a window, بس مش شيء لوجيك. إنه in 10 weeks losing 5 kilos is logical. Okay, we do it. مش إنه in 2 weeks or 1 week or whatever. Okay. Try to do that for everything, and you can do it for exercise. You can do it for عن جد anything. حتى it can go مثلا إذا عم نحكي heart problems وديابيتس. إذا بدنا نحكي gestation diabetes. الديابيتس مش بس في نحن كتير نحكي على السكر، بس الفات affects a lot. Fried foods و unhealthy fats affect. So مثلا instead of frying my potatoes, I will put them in the oven. مثلا, this is specific goals. Instead of eating 2 cups of pasta, I will eat 1 cup of pasta. This would be measurable. Achievable, I will do that by monitoring my nutrient intake. مثلا, okay. Relevant, definitely. ترجج السكر, so I can monitor even my blood sugar to see. Well, I'll give myself 2 months to be able to do it completely. وما بأكل بطاطا. So. Anyone would like to share something, an experience, anything?
نحن نقول على الروم if you're done.
No, I'm not done. Sorry, خلص حاسرع شوي. I'm not done.
لأنه ما بقى وقت.
Yeah, خلص. So anyway, هول حكينا عنهم إنه long term goals. هذا كمان. Okay. So what your body needs to be healthy. عندنا fluids, so water, macronutrients, هن protein, carbs, fat. وعندنا micronutrients, vitamins and minerals. هولي للbalance وهوليك للmuscle building وللenergy. So whenever you want to eat, you try to follow this plate, which is healthy proteins, whole grains, vegetables, and fruits. Usually you start with vegetables, then you have your whole grains and your proteins, and you end up with the fruit. You can have it as a snack if you prefer, or في عالم بفضلوا دغري بعد الأكل, so it's عندنا كمان olive oil, canola oil, good fats كمان that we have to include, and the water. The Mediterranean diet is the healthiest diet there is. we're in the Mediterranean region, so عن جد هيدا. In 2 words, basically trying to limit sweets and red meat, eat a lot of fish, poultry, beans, fruits and vegetables, and olive oil. Okay. Try to avoid, obviously, processed food, commercial juices, refined sugar, full fat dairy products, salt, مثلا, butter, excess alcohol. We try to eat more of healthy whole grains products, fish, olive oil وهيك و don't drink a lot. Water خلاص. Small tips to increase water intake. If you don't really like water, try to spice it up. So with lemon, cucumber, whatever. Make water accessible. So keep a bottle with you. أو إذا أنتوا بالشغل تعبوا كوباية مي تخلصوها whatever. If you like it cold, if you like it warm, كمان follow your preferences. Sipping from a straw can help. You can كمان set a schedule. إنه مثلا قبل 12 بدي أكون شربانة قنين صغيرة وبين 12 هيك. So here it is. Consistency is key. Surround yourself with people who make you feel good about yourself, sleep well, eat balanced, drink water, exercise regularly, try to manage your stress, have smart goals. Achieving your ideal body weight isn't just about how you look, it's about feeling confident and healthy in your own skin. Please try to foster a positive self-image, practice self-compassion, talk to yourself in a nice way, reframe your negative self-talk. It will help you, trust me, a lot in self-efficacy and motivation to make healthier choices. Okay. Voilà.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Laila. So Hala will go to the room. Sandra.
إيه عم تسمعيني؟
إيه.
Thank you so much ميرا. هيك it put a frame شوي. أنا كمان يعني مثل الكل إنه we all are looking for summer and كلنا هيك إنه what can we do to be better in a better مش بس shape body shape كمان better mood to enjoy the summer ونحس حالنا مثل حالنا يعني I love what you said لأنه it's a whole year thing. It's not just seasonal وبس لأنه بدنا نطلع نبين بالمايو ولا we want to show some skin, we start taking care of our body. يعني كتير حبيت قصة consistency. كتير حبيت for it to become a habit and to become part of our routine. And I love how you talked about different elements. يعني food is one of them for sure, بس كمان the lifestyle كله سوا. So these are really very important key messages. رح نطلب من الناس please ينقلوا معنا. We created a room. So قدامكم على الاب. If you go back to the main menu, so لازم تقشعوا المين منيو يلي بيبين فيه الهاوس الهوم المين تبعنا. بيبين فيه different icons, round tables. You will find the name of يعني an icon for rooms. You have to press on room. We created a safe space, a room هلا, and we're going to continue our discussion there. يلي عنده أسئلة, يلي بيحب يحكي مع ميرا يطلع على الكاميرا أو بس يتسمع أو يكتب لنا سؤاله anonymously. You can do all that. ما فينا نسمعكم ولا نقشعكم until you raise your hand. So كمان don't worry, just join us to the room and then there you decide if you want to go live or not. Mira, a big thank you. And I'll stop the recording.
Okay.